Now, this is just my opinion, and my opinion only. Um, I feel like in Shannon Sharpe's situation, I feel like Shannon Sharpe got, I feel like he got hit with a honey trap. And this happens a lot with a lot of celebrities. This happens a lot with, a lot of stories start coming out all of a sudden out the blue with somebody wanting money or that whole situation is just strange and weird. You can see with the recordings and all this stuff. It's like why that recording is happening with the other side of the phone call. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of things is fishy, but honey traps are real. It's a real thing, and this is why you have to be very careful in who you interact with, engage with, sleep with, especially when you are a person of not only influence, but you're starting to do certain things. And I don't even want to even say the word famous or fame. When you are a person who has recognition, people know who you are. They see you. Even if somebody says your name, it's like, oh, I know who this individual is. Like, they don't know you, but they know of you because they see you. So if you got a certain recognition, stuff that you're doing, you have to be very careful. You just can't be out here sleeping with just anybody. You just can't be doing that. Especially how things is now. I feel like women should be held accountable for lying. Because a lot of women do lie. There are a lot of men in jail right now for things that they never did, but off of a woman's tears and lies. This is why you see why people start recording and they have to play that safe. You have to. All right? I saw a video of a woman who's having a tantrum on the floor, and she's screaming at the man and saying a whole bunch of things. And here she comes and runs and slams purposely her face on the wall. She slams it, boom, and drops on the floor and starts screaming. Good thing the man had that recorded so he could fall back. Because if he didn't have that recorded, she just banged her face on the wall. Cops is going to be coming to the scene, whether they called it or not, but it's in the neighborhood, neighbors, they're going to hear somebody's going to call. Boom, 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 knock on the door. She's crying. That man is not. She's bruised up. All she got to do is say, he touched me, he R-worded me. Boom. They don't even want to hear nothing. It's her word against yours. The man's locked up. So it's a good thing that people record nowadays. Just like this other video of this woman getting mad at her husband because he didn't give her his Wi-Fi password. For a Wi-Fi password. And she started to say the most wildest things out of her mouth to her own husband. It could be a husband, boyfriend. I don't know who this person was, but you could tell they're a couple. They got a kid together, because she said out of her own mouth in the video, oh, so you are, this is why I'm the mother. I'm here to protect my kids because you're trying to touch and R-word my children, huh? Right? Oh, you're trying to do that to me? And he's recording this, and he's looking at her like, wow, that's really coming out of your mouth. And you saying and doing all of this because of a Wi-Fi password? Yeah, I want the password. Oh, you're touching my kid. Oh, you saw the video of this woman trying to coerce her daughter on that bed. Thank God the guy was filming it. To the girl, the mother literally telling her daughter, he touched you, right? He touched you, right? And that poor girl's on the bed looking at her mother saying no, and looking at the guy while he's filming this. And she's like really yelling at her daughter, he touched you, right? And the right, he did that, right? Good thing for the recording. So I feel like women should be held accountable for their lies. Because all they got to do is cry and say that he did this, he did that, and the person's getting locked up. And these women, they go free about their day. Or how about the guy who just comes out of jail and they found out he was wrongfully accused and he was innocent, did all that years in time. And what happens to the lady? Nothing. She lived her life. They all do. So people should be held accountable, especially with these BS. And I'm not saying to all the women, because things do happen as well. Women do get hit with things, but it gets hard because you have a lot of women Excuse me, because I was sneezing. It's allergies. But you have a lot of women who play these games. And it make it hard for the women who do or have went through certain things. But a lot of women play these games and they lie. Or they come out years later. Oh, you think a woman ain't gonna look at somebody and be like, oh, I know this person, they famous, this and that. And you think all of a sudden, here comes all these papers or lawsuits or whatever. Now here's a smear campaign, or there's something. Oh, this person did this years ago. Like, now they coming out speaking, and you didn't do anything to these people, but they're coming out. Or sometimes it's somebody who you don't even know. They want to keep anonymous, but now everybody they want something out of that. You see, this is why you got to be careful. You cannot sleep with just anybody, especially nowadays. You can't. You cannot. It's dangerous. Not only spiritually, when you create these soul ties and spirit spouses, and you don't know what these people have behind them and what's happening, and that's real too. But you don't know the actions behind that woman that you sleeping with or you ending up talking to. You don't know it. So in Shannon Sharpe's situation, in my opinion, I feel like he got hit with a honey trap. Honey traps are a real thing, ladies and gentlemen. It's a real thing. What is a honey trap? A honey trap is placed, right, in your life. A person was sent into your life to study you, to gain information, to spend your money, and cause your demise. They pretty much a love scammer, trying to make you fall in love with them, all while they're playing you and returning info back to the people who sent them. On cue? That's what a honey trap is. Y'all gotta be very mindful, man. So I feel like that's what happened in Shannon Sharpe's situation. I mean, if you go back to history and you do research and you go to honey traps and you start going down the rabbit hole on that and looking into that, there's a lot of politicians, government, and all that the opposite side sent women into these other people's lives to get information out of that person. And then they set them up. But that girl was a weapon. You know, I know it's hard because women are beautiful, but you can't fall for that long hair, the beautiful eyes, the face, the charm, what comes out their mouth. You heard that song, right? You can't trust a girl with a big butt and a smile. You gotta discern. Women can be used as weapons. And they could be sent. This is why you hear a lot of stories about, the ops backdoor somebody or it came from somebody close, right? Yeah, you think that somebody who knows you cannot send a woman into your life just to study you, gain information. Next thing you know, boom, set up. But it was because of the woman. A lot of the time that be happening. Women be the cause. And I always say this. Ain't no woman worth dying for. Ain't no vagina worth fighting over and killing your life for. It's not. It ain't worth it. There's a whole bunch of women all over this world. And niggas is fighting for one chick. Losing their life for one chick when there's a big ass universe, a whole place. Some people haven't even traveled the world and they just stuck on this one individual, stuck wherever they're at, stuck, and just going crazy on that. And what happens? People are out here losing their life. People are fighting over a female, over the vajayjay, the cat. And what happens with that girl? She's free. She walks free. One man is in jail, the other one is dead. Is she paying a visit to the one that took somebody's life? No. Is she going to that funeral crying over the man? No. What is she doing? On to the next one. Yeah, it ain't worth it. Niggas is losing their life out here for what? And then they getting set up out here for what? So yes, I feel like Shannon Sharpe got hit with a honey trap. Oh, that conversation was weird. All of a sudden, you got to see the recording. It was weird. It's like she was baiting him into the conversation. And when he said, I'm going to choke you, like what came out of his mouth, I felt like that's a normal conversation for them before all this recording and all that came into play. And she was used to certain things, what they do. People have freak talk, man. You talk a certain way with your partner. But that's why he was looking at her like, wait, what? Why you acting weird? Like, you know what I'm saying? All of a sudden you hit the record. Come on, man. Y'all got to be careful. Watch what you text. Watch what you say. You have to. Nowadays. Especially if you're a person with recognition, or you trying to come up, or you somehow start getting financially, you know what I'm saying? When you start coming up and people start seeing you, you're going to see people probably from your past who try to hit you up and they want something all of a sudden. Or now there's stories coming out. He or she did this years later. BS, lies, but they're looking for this. Come on, man. Stop just sleeping with anybody just because they look good, or they got a fat butt, or their body look good. But besides it being a BBL, and besides it being all like not natural, but you got natural, beautiful women in this world, beautiful. But you got to be careful. You just can't be sleeping with anybody, man. Test the spirit, discern, because honey traps is real, yo. And pray on it, because sometimes it might look too good to be true, right? They approaching you. They look good. And you talking, and next thing you know, this person was sent. Now you giving information to this person. Now y'all bonding, sleeping together. You think that she's the one, but the whole time she was sent either by an op, or she was sent, especially if you're a person with recognition, probably by government, or she was sent by somebody to keep tabs on you to get information so that they could set you up later on. Even if it's all BS and lies. See what I'm saying? So a lot of these celebrities, a lot of the time when they start getting hit and you see these stories coming out, honey traps. Honey traps. So it's like, damn. And then on top of that, she was an OF. So it was like, yo, fellas, fall back. Don't be going with the escorts. Don't be going with the OFs. Don't be going for those women who be paying for the pleasure. Or always about this. No. Get somebody in your age range, somebody who's mature. They're out there. They're out there. There are very good women out there, mature, low key. They ain't with all that nonsense, man. They low key with it. But you gotta watch out. See, Shannon, he got hit with the honey trap, man. And this got nothing to do with race. Because we know how they try to program it with, oh, you know, the snow bunny, the Paul, the white woman, like, you know what I'm saying? Black. This got nothing to do with race. A honey trap and any woman, it don't matter. It could be any kind of color, any ethnicity, race. It don't matter. This got nothing to do with color. They all play the game. Honey traps could be from anybody. It got nothing to do with that. So play it safe. Watch out. Honey traps is real. It's real. They be sending people your way. They do. Watch out. You know? Be cautious with what you write and text and what you say. Like, you know, because you don't know what's happening on the other end. They could record your whole conversation, or they could record pieces of it to make it sound and look a certain way. Like, you know what I'm saying? They could wordplay. Take certain things out of context. Not play the whole thing, but play certain things that you said to make it look and sound good. Y'all heard Nancy Pelosi, right? How she talked about how the smear campaign, how they play the dirt game and smear somebody's name for character assassination, how it's all lies, and then how they market it to put it all on TV. Come on, man. Learn the game. See how it's played and how it's being played. And if you are a person, this is why people sign NDAs for a reason. Yeah. But if you're a person who's starting to be an influence, or you start slowly getting up there, it's recognition, be careful. Be careful. Be careful. Look at the Tate brothers. You see? Look at certain people when they start coming up, or when they try to get into politics, or certain things, or what they're doing. All of a sudden, here comes the allegations. Here comes everybody from a hole in the wall. Where did they come from? Look at the Tate brothers. A lot of those women, some of them, they didn't even know who they were. They were lies, fake profiles, wanted to be hidden. And then there were those who knew of them and also said it out of their own mouth that they were approached by people to ask, to get certain amount of this, to say certain things that the Tates did this, and that. But those women were loyal and said, no, they didn't do anything. And they didn't take that money. See? So it was like, who will sell you out just for this? For lies. Or the honey traps and honey pots. See? It's real. So be careful. Alright? Because if you got people out here who don't like you, they can send women your way. And be like, yo, see this person right here? I want you to flirt with this individual. Do what you do, girl, with your charm and your beauty. Meanwhile, she was sent by somebody who don't like you just to gain information. Look what happens to rappers and stories, man. When they say the word backdoor, come on, man. A woman, a woman, a woman sent by their the opposite person, right? Look at the story, right? Samson, Delilah. Hello? Delilah was the honey pot, the honey trap. Samson was the strongest man. He still got the victory at the end because God always gets the glory. But look at that story. Samson's ops sent Delilah as a weapon, as the honey trap. She came in there with the motive already to get information out of Samson, to find out his strength, his weaknesses, information, and always was bringing it back to the people who sent her. And it was a woman. He fell for the beauty. He was strong with everything else, fighting lions and everything, but it was a woman's beauty and charm that got him weak, and he fell for that. See? Women are beautiful, but they're dangerous, and they could be used as a weapon. Now, I'm just saying, I'm not saying this video to be, oh, yeah, be afraid of women. Oh, nigga, don't be afraid of women. Be you, charm. As yourself, respectful, but just learn and know, okay, that honey traps are real. Who the hell is sending you? Because these things happen. It's a real thing. All right? I know what's up already, man. Play it safe. Discern. Unplug, man. Till next video.